everyone to an all-new Downright Sports here on YouTube. I'm your man, your host, Brent Reid, a.k.a. Mr. Showtime himself. If this is the first time you're ever watching us, I'm a sports critic that gives you his thoughts from a fan's perspective. So if you're a fan, just appreciate me and subscribe at the bottom, because Lord knows we need the subscriptions. Today's show, the topic will be the Baseball Hall of Fame, as I break down who should be in, who should be out, and how it should go from there. We also will dive in a little bit into Colin Kaepernick in the last segment. But we're going to start today's show off with Through the Rights. That's a terrible name. We're going to change it later. But it's Through the Rights. It's our college football segment. The college playoffs rankings came out last night, and it goes as such: Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, the top 4 teams. I was going to come out here today and tell you why I think Georgia shouldn't be in the top 4. Then I looked at their schedule. Georgia has a very impressive win-loss schedule. They deserve to be in over Alabama, who just lost Tuna Fish, whatever his name is. They just lost their quarterback. He dislocated his hip. Hopefully he'll get to play football again one more day. But as of right now, it's just he has to recover and go on with life. All we're going to do is we're going to come back in the second segment, talk about the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I tell you why Derek Jeter is no doubt first ballot all-day Hall of Famer, and why Bonds and Clemens need to be in Downright Sports. So in today's show, the topic of today is the Baseball Hall of Fame, the new 2020 class. And as you can see, we're shooting it today from a baseball field, the Farmville Little League Dixie Youth Field, here in Farmville, Virginia, home of Downright Sports. This year's class is a who's who of all-stars, but not legendary guys. I know everybody wants their name immortalized, and everybody thinks just because they grow 6 inches that they're a Hall of Famer, but that's not always the case. Some names include Josh Beckett, Bobby Abreu, Heath Bell, Eric Chavez, Adam Dunn, Rafael Furcal, Jason Giambi, Todd Hilton, Raul Albanez, Paul Konerko, Cliff Lee, and Brad Penny. Actually a very good pitcher. But the big headliner in today's Hall of Fame class is Derek Jeter. First ballot, no question. Jeter, to me, may be the only guy off of this year's list that will probably get in. And why is that? Well, I don't know. Rookie of the Year, check. 14-time All-Star, check. 5-time World Series champion, check. 5-time Gold Glover, check. 5-time Silver Slugger, check. World Series MVP, check. All-Star MVP, check. Do you need more information? Good, because I got it. Derek Jeter is ranked first all-time in hits in the postseason, meaning only Jeter stands alone at the top when it comes to all-time hits when it comes to the playoffs. Jeter has he just has 200 career postseason hits. You know who's behind him? Former teammate Bernie Williams, who sits at 128. The next guy after that is like 88. So when you look at it, Jeter, when it came to the playoffs, that's why he is Mr. November and Mr. October in some people's eyes. Then when you take a look at Jeter, he is only behind Mike Trout when it comes to WAR, and they look at Mike Trout like he's the best player of all time. Then when you look at his hits, 6th all-time in hits alone. Jeter is one of those few names I don't have to even say Derek, and you know who I'm talking about. The guy is the captain of the Yankees. He was Mr. Clutch. Highlight after highlight. What no people did compare him to, he was Michael Jordan for baseball. And now baseball is drowning because they don't have anybody like Derek Jeter today. But that's a conversation for another day. So, Jeter can't go in alone, or can he? But I feel like it's time for the Hall of Fame to get off their high horse and put some guys in. My Hall of Fame list reads as such: Jeff Kent, Barry Bonds, Derek Jeter, Omar Vizquel, and Roger Clemens. You got to put these guys in. Their numbers speak for themselves. When it comes to WAR, wins over replacement, everybody's favorite metric since sabermetrics came out, Babe Ruth is first, Barry Bonds is 4th, Roger Clemens is 8th. How do you have these two guys in the top 10 of WAR nowhere in the Hall of Fame? Barry Bonds is all-times in home runs. He's got 3,000 hits. Roger Clemens is like 9th all-time in wins. He's got a bunch of strikeouts. He was Mr. Clutch. Whether he cheated or not, these are conversations for another day. Everybody in the 90s and the 2000s cheated. These two just happen to be the best to do it. So why penalize them for that? And then you got to look at a guy like Jeff Kent, a great second baseman of his day, maybe the best second baseman of his day. Some may say it's Raul Albanez. I tend to like Jeff Kent. 5-time All-Star, 4-time Silver Slugger, Played for the Blue Jays, the Mets, Cleveland, San Francisco, Houston, and LA. He's also a former MVP. He's also first all time in home runs for second baseman with 377, and he's 20th all time in second baseman when it comes to all time hits. The guy is in the category of greatness and needs to be put in. In fact, the year he won the MVP, people thought Barry Bonds should have won the MVP, but no, Jeff Kent did it. So why are we treating him like poo-poo right now? It's kind of sad, don't you think? But anyway, that's my Hall of Fame class. Those are my thoughts, and I'm sticking to them. We'll see what everybody really gets voted in, because I don't have a vote, because I'm just a guy. I'm just a sports critic, everybody. When we come back, the third segment, we're going to wrap up today's show. We're going to talk about the NFL and some NBA. Downright Sports. All right, guys, it's time to wrap up today's show in two segments in one segment today. Live recording, ain't nothing like it. So we're going to kick it off with Get Off the Bench, the new NBA segment. Guess who's back in the NBA, kids? Your favorite and mine, Carmelo Anthony. He returned last night. He's part of the Portland Trailblazers now. He actually started, and Carmelo gave him 10 points in 23 minutes. He actually looked really good for a guy everybody said was too old, even though he's the same age as LeBron James and has played probably, is very valuable. He played on that terrible Houston team, and they treated him like trash. But I digress. It's good to see Carmelo back, and hopefully he can help the Trailblazers get over that hump in this year, and maybe he's the missing link. And it'd be, how poetic it would be to see Carmelo Anthony win a championship? It'd be good. Portland Trailblazers now have won a championship since 1979 when the Big Red, Bill Walton played there. I am wrong. That's the wrong year. 1977, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 79, somebody else won. I don't think Portland won. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Also, last night, LeBron James is the first player ever in NBA history to have a triple-double against all 30 teams. It's kind of impressive. And now it's got everybody thinking, is he the GOAT? No, he just passes the ball more. And not to mention, there weren't 30 teams when Oscar Robertson played or Magic Johnson. Maybe they would have done the same if they had as many teams. Let's calm down, everybody, when we're trying to pad the numbers for all our favorite Mr. LeBron, because he does so much for us. And then finally, let's move on now to the NFL Fourth and Gold segment. This week's game of the week, I chose the Dallas Cowboys at the New England Patriots. The Patriots is they're giving the Patriots minus 6.5 points. Basically meaning they need to beat the Cowboys by 6.5 points, 7 points or more. They probably will. I know everybody loves how about them Cowboys, but every time they beat a team, the team's either missing their quarterback or they're trash. This will be the Cowboys' real testament to see if they could beat a team that's got a great defense but got a quarterback on the decline. I'm probably going to watch this game because it's going to be a Super Bowl preview. And we need the Cowboys back in the Super Bowl just 1 year so it can shut everybody up and they can get it out their system. Because if you let a Cowboys fan tell it, they've won the Super Bowl every year since 1993. And then finally, last weekend, Colin Kaepernick got his workout. And then the conversation was, well, did the NFL try to play Colin by making him sign a waiver? No. Colin Kaepernick played himself. And I feel like I used to back Colin Kaepernick enough, but he's now going to have to change the narrative of this whole story. I'm kind of getting sick and tired of Colin playing the victim here, when in all honesty, he got his opportunities here and there. Other football leagues have offered him a job, and he keeps turning them down. So does he want to play football? Is he trying to make the NFL look stupid? Colin, better men have tried to make the NFL look stupid, and that wheel just keeps going on and going on and going on. My message to you, Colin, if you ever watch my show, which is, first of all, thank you, and subscribe, by the way, but would be, just move on. Leave the NFL behind and become a full-time activist. You can do so much more if you're the guy that told the NFL, screw off, and I want to do more for people around the world. And then when you become that big global name, they'll come calling, man, because at the end of the day, they care about money, and you care about your point. Anyway, hey, thanks all for watching. Subscribe at the bottom. Subscribe. Go to our Instagram at instagram.com/downrightsports. Check me out at Twitter at twitter.com/Brent Reid 18. And hit us up here at YouTube. Leave a comment. Thank you all. Special shout out to my man, Uncle Buddha, who also does the music for the show. Also helped me record this today. And we'll be back next week with the final show of the year, my Thanksgiving theme show, where I will tell you why I'm thankful and why everybody else should be thankful. That's a stupid thing. But in any case, see you guys later. Oh, also check out I'm Just Talking, my podcast. You can iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and coming in 2020, Spotify. All right, everyone. Deuces. Sam, get the mobile.